Okay, this is what it looked like on the 30 minute. This is what it looks like on the daily. Right now is right at structure. It's kind of bouncing off of that. It's formulating. It's a strong push. Price action is right at the bottom level. Let me see. Breaks through that would be good.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
You must be crazy.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
Let's do a channel here. It changed up here. No. No. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. My breath stink. Hey, look at me. Mm. Yes. Nope. Nope. Yes. Okay. Tiger. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That. That. See that? You see that? You see that? Hmm? Yeah. No, no, no. Tiger. Tiger. Dad. Dad. Come here. Go. Go. I got you.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
Tiger. Let's do it, Tiger. Tiger.
Decreasing volatility. And when I see decreasing volatility, time to get out. Time to start taking my increasing volatility. That's telling me hang in there or add more to my trade. And there's going to be ways. There's actually, in this snapshot, there is a great place to add your trade. It's sitting right there in front of you. It's one of the things you're going to learn about how to read market sentiment. It's beautiful. It's sitting right there in front of you, exactly where to add to a position. So that's market sentiment.
Good day, everyone, and Happy New Year to you all. By the grace of God, this year shall be a year of our divine favor, and we shall all achieve our goal. By not wasting much of your time, today I would like to teach another strategy called TDI strategy. Though this TDI strategy, most of traders know it, but a lot don't know how to trade it, and most especially beginners, they don't know how to set it up on their phone. So I'm going to do that today. So what I'm going to discuss on will be from these 5 things. Number 1, what is the meaning of TDI indicator? Number 2, how to set up indicator on laptop. Number 3 is how to set up indicator on phone. And number 4, how to look at TDI to place a trade, which most of trader knows about. But this number 5 is what I majorly look for to trade this TDI. So let's start from the beginning. Number 1, what is the meaning of TDI? TDI indicator stands for Traders Dynamic Index. It is a comprehensive but helpful indicator that uses RSI, RSI indicator, that's relative strength index, and its moving average and volatility band based on Bollinger Band to offer trader a full picture of current forex market situation. So I just define it like that. If you need more of it, you can search it and go to see more. So number 2 is what?
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
On laptops. In order to set up a TDI indicator on laptops, you can simply type TDI indicator on Google, and from there you will see a better TDI indicator. Once you downloaded it, then you can then open your MetaTrader 4, then go to the file and open an MQF folder, then go to the indicator and place the TDI indicator you downloaded there. It means where you must have downloaded the TDI indicator, just go to open your MT4. So when you open your MT4 application, then you go to the file. From file, you see an MQF folder. So under the MQF folder, then you see indicator. So open that indicator folder, then your TDI indicator that you have downloaded, you can then put it there. Then after you must have done that, close your MT4, then open it again. So by then, it will reflect in your navigator, that's indicator channel. So anytime you want to place this indicator on your chart, once your chart is open, then you can just drag this TDI indicator to your chart. It's very simple. So how to set up indicator on phone? This is what I want you to listen to, because there's a lot of traders don't have laptops. Those that do, fine, and those that don't. It's not that it is when you have laptops that you can trade. Though if you have laptops or big screen like what I'm using, so it will help you to get what is happening in the market. But there are some busy people among us. So you can still trade using your phone. There's nothing bad in it. Alright, let me teach you how to set up this indicator on your phone. Okay, how to set up indicator on phone. Then in order to set up TDI on phone, you have to be careful. Yes, you have to be careful in setting it up, because once you miss the setting, it will no longer look like the way it should be. So let's go on how to set it up. The first one, apply an RSI indicator, that is when you must have opened your MT5. Then you have to apply an RSI indicator to your mobile chart with the color set to your background. What I mean by background is that, let's assume that, okay, for example, let me go to MT5. Alright, this is my MT5. You can do that in MT4 as well. Can you see? If you see, my background is black. It's black. It's possible I'm the one that set it there. By default, the background should be white. So then it means you have to apply an RSI indicator to your mobile chart with the color code of your background color, which means I'm going to select what? Black. If you have that option, then set the period to 13. So let's do that. If you set the period to 13, then go to the RSI indicator. See, it's already there. The period should be 13. Apply to close. Then your color, you can choose different color, but it has to do with the color of your background, because we don't need that RSI indicator. We only need the window, the RSI window, because that is when our TDI is going to reside. So mine is black, so I'll click done. Can you see? You cannot see that RSI line because we don't need it. So let's go to number 2. Number 2, insert moving average into RSI indicator, which means you are not going to click the name. You have to click on the RSI indicator. In order to do that, go to the icon that looks like FS in that RSI window and set the period to 2. Simple. Apply to previous indicator. Let's do that. This is what I'm trying to say. Can you see under the main chart you have F plus there? Under the indicator window you have F plus there. We are not going to choose that indicator from main chart. You have to choose it from indicator window. Let's do that. Then you choose moving average. Then the moving average we need is 2. The moving average is 2. Then simple. Then under the apply to, you apply to previous indicator, which is RSI. Previous indicator, which is RSI. And the instruction said we should choose green. Can you see? I choose green. Look at it. It has appeared.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
Let's go to number 3. Number 3, go to the RSI window again. Insert another moving average indicator into the RSI indicator window and set the period to 7. Simple, apply to previous indicator data. Let's do that. 7. The same indicator we do. Let it be what? 7. Then simple, the same previous indicator, but change the color to red. By doing that, it will look like this. Alright, let's go to number 4. Add Bollinger Band to the chart by simply insert the Bollinger Band indicator in the RSI. And it has to be what? The setting is 34 and the deviation is 1.618. Setting is 34. Bollinger Band, the setting is 34, the deviation is 1.618, and that should be under the apply. You apply to the first indicator. What is our first indicator? Our first indicator is RSI. So let's do that. Can you see? Can you see how it looks? Alright, let's proceed. Lastly, insert one more moving average again into the RSI indicator window and set it to 34. Simple, apply to first indicator. What's our first indicator? The first indicator is RSI and the color is yellow. Let's do that. 34. Moving average, then 34. 34. Then simple, then first indicator, and the color should be yellow. Can you see? Can you see? So then after you must have done that, so it's going to look like this. Can you see? Let's check the one we did whether we are correct. Can you see? So which means we are correct. So that is how to set it up on your phone. Alright, then number 4, how to look at TDI to place a trade. This is what majorly traders are using. In order to place a trade using TDI, you have to look at some things depending on what type of trade that you want to trade. Firstly, for scalping, then enter long when the green line, anytime the green, mind you, what is our green line? That is moving average 2. Anytime it's crossed above the red line, what's our red line? That's moving average 7. And enter short, which is sell, when the red line is crosses above the green line. The dotted showing where you can sell and purple showing where you can buy. This is what I mean. Can you see this? This dotted line, if you trace it to the TDI, you will see where the green line crosses the red line. Then you can say again, can you see how it sells? The same thing happened to this red line. The same thing happened to this red. Look at this one too. It's showing buy. Buy. Anytime the green line crosses the red line up. So we buy. Anytime the green line crosses the red line down, then we are going to sell. Alright. Secondly, for short-term trading, enter long when the green is above both red and yellow line. So for short-term trading, let us do that. When the green line is above the yellow line, you are not there to buy. Then immediately, look at this case, Immediately, initially, you're supposed to buy here. That's it. Because here, the green line is above the red line up. You're supposed to buy here. Maybe you were not there when that thing happened. Then, on getting to where this green line crosses the yellow line, you can buy. Can you see how it goes? Can you see? Can you see? You go up. That's what I'm trying to say there. Then the major one that I want to show you is what I majorly look for to TDI. In fact, this will be a bonus to most of you.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
And here are what I look for.
You son of a sister.
I look for the divergence among the two up and down with the charts. I'm going to show you. Then number 2, I'm looking for what? Trend market. And number 3 is anytime the green line, which is our moving average 2, it's outside the Bollinger Band, be it below the top BB or above top BB, then I know that something is going to happen. So let's now do it one after the other. Firstly, the divergence. And I think by now you know what divergence look like. If you don't know the divergence, you can see some of my previous videos. I talked majorly on divergence there. So you know what divergence is. So, and I'm still going to show you here. So what divergence look like? When the price is moving high, yes, but the TDI is moving low high, so vice versa. So take a look at the TDI in this chart. You will see a clear divergence, and once you spot divergence below, it means buy, and when you spot a divergence above, it means sell. Because you know we have two types of divergence. We have regular and ED divergence. Here we are majorly concerned about the regular divergence. Here are examples. Look at it here. Look at it. Look at the first line. Look at it. Look at here. That's my first point. Look at where that thing is pointing to. That's my first point. Look at this second point. Look at this second point. You know this one is lower than this, but look at the TDI. Look at the first thing that corresponds to this place. Look at it here. Look at this one, the second one. You can see that this one is higher than this. This one is higher than this, but this one is lower than this. That's divergent. Anytime divergence occur, and when the green line crosses that red, then you can buy. Look at it. Look at how it goes. How you can see that. That's my first example. Let's go to another one. All right, look at this beautiful one too. Look at this first one. The first one I show you, since we are going to buy, it is called a bullish regular divergence. Look at this one. Look at the first. Look at where I'm pointing to. That's my first point. That is what first occurred in the market before this one arrived. Before it was arrived. So this first one, look at it. You can see that this one is greater than this, or is higher than this. But look at my TDI. Look at this TDI. You can see that this one is higher. This one that corresponds to this line. Look at this one that corresponds to this line. This one is higher than this. That's divergent. Then immediately the crossover occur between red and green. Then you will sell. Look at it. Look at how it goes. Let's see if you can see another example. That one is a bully. Since it's coming down, we are going to say it's called bearish regular divergence. Look at another beautiful one. By seeing this, you know the divergence occur below, so it's called what? Bullish regular divergence. Look at the first point. Look at it. Look at this first point. Look at this first point. Look at this one too. Look at this one too. You can see that this one is lower than this. This one is lower than this. This one is lower than this. Then look at the TD. Look at our TDI. You can see that this point is higher than this. That's divergent. Divergent is easy to spot. That's divergent. That's divergent. That is what? It's a bullish regular divergence. When that thing occurs, anytime the crossover occur between the red and green line. Then you buy. Look at it. Look at how it goes. It's very simple. Let's see if you can get another example. Okay, that's all. Then second part is trend. You know, I said it here. And number one, the first thing I look at is what? I look at divergence. And number two is trend. When the market is what? Is trending. Then second part is trend. Anytime the market is trending, be it bullish trend or bearish trend. In bullish trend means the price is going up. What I will just be looking is crossover between green and red moving average. That is when the market is trending up and try to retrace a bit because the market cannot just be going up like that. It has to retrace a bit before it continue going. If you are a professional trader, you can use a Fibonacci to check that. Then you can look for hidden divergence as well. But in TDI, anytime there's a crossover, then you can use it. This is a typical example. Can you see that from here now, from what I'm pointing to, you know, it's going up. Then as it goes up, this one, you know, here that is going up, the green line is crosses what? The red line up. Then if you miss this buy, then you can cash it here. You can cash it here because at this place too, green line crosses above red line. That's the second part. So lastly, anytime the green is outside the Bollinger Band, yes. Anytime the green line, that's our moving average too, is outside the Bollinger Band, it's telling you that there's probability that that trend line has finished, that it wants to reverse. So lastly, anytime the green line is outside the Bollinger Band, it denotes sometimes that the current trend is over and the price is going to reverse. So price is going to reverse. So once you spot that, if you have an indicator to check, probably maybe to look for overbought or divergent. So check them, and also you can see the two conditions there. The price will surely reverse. What I mean is this: anytime here that the green line is above the Bollinger Band or below the Bollinger Band, then you can look for another indicator, probably maybe your RSI. If your RSI is overbought, or if you can spot any divergence in or any oscillator indicator, then you have that's to confirm that that trend is going to come down. Look at it here. Look at it here. Can you see that here now? The green line is already at above it. Then when the crosses occur, what happens? It said, look at this one too. The green line is above the Bollinger Band. And when the crosses occur, what happens? It's buy. So that's very simple. You can adopt that method, and believe me, you are going to make money. Thank you.
As we get going.
Good day, everyone, and Happy New Year to you all. By the grace of God, this year shall be a year of our divine favor, and we shall all achieve our goal. By not wasting much of your time, today I would like to teach another strategy called TDI strategy. Though this TDI strategy, most of traders knows it, but a lot don't know how to trade it, and most especially beginners, they don't know how to set it up on their phone. So I'm going to do that today. So what I'm going to discuss on will be from these 5 things. Number 1, what is the meaning of TDI indicator? Number 2, how to set up indicator on laptops. Number 3 is how to set up indicator on phone. And number 4, how to look at TDI to place a trade, which most of trader knows about. But this number 5 is what I majorly look for to trade this TDI. So let's start from the beginning. Number 1, what is the meaning of TDI? TDI indicator stands for Traders Dynamic Index. It is a comprehensive but helpful indicator that uses RSI, RSI indicator, that's relative strength index, and its moving average and volatility band based on Bollinger Band to offer trader a full picture of current forex market situation. So I just define it like that. If you need more of it, you can search it and go to see more. So number 2 is what? How can we set up TDI indicator on laptops? In order to set up a TDI indicator on laptops, you can simply type TDI indicator on Google, and from there you will see a better TDI indicator. Once you downloaded it, then you can then open your MetaTrader 4, then go to the file and open an MQF folder, then go to the indicator and place the TDI indicator you downloaded there. It means where you must have downloaded the TDI indicator, just go to open your MT4. So when you open your MT4 application, then you go to the file. From file you see an MQF folder. So under the MQF folder, then you see indicator. So open that indicator folder, then your TDI indicator that you have downloaded, you can then put it there. Then after you must have done that, close your MT4, then open it again. So by then it will reflect in your navigator, that's indicator channel. So anytime you want to place this indicator on your chart, once your chart is opened, then you can just drag this TDI indicator to your chart. It's very simple. So how to set up indicator on phone? This is what I want you to listen to, because there's a lot of traders don't have laptops. Those that do, fine, and those that don't, it's not that it is when you have laptops that you can trade. Though if you have laptops or big screen like what I'm using, so it will help you to get what is happening in the market. But there are some busy people among us. So you can still trade using your phone. There's nothing bad in it. All right, let me teach you how to.
Well, how do you read those expectations and then turn it to your advantage? That's what this presentation is about. To read the market expectations, you need to track the following data. And I've done my fair share of tracking each one of these over the years and trying to formulate a way of seeing this, because honestly, you're looking for price action, trend conditions, strength of buyers and sellers, and how do you look for that? Now, I'm not talking about putting 27 indicators like I was doing on your chart, thinking that when all these indicators line up, that must be good. More times than not, you got indicators going every which way, and you're more confused than you were without them, okay? And so we have strength of buyers versus sellers, and then changes in momentum. And when you start really peeling back the layers of the onion, and you're rolling up your sleeves, and you're studying each one of these aspects of the market, it gets quite tedious. It gets tough. I'm not kidding. This is hard stuff. Because oftentimes as retail traders, we're not the ones who get all the data immediately. The big boys, the big institutions get that data immediately, and they get different aspects and different conditions of the market showing to them, and sometimes they're the ones making those conditions occur in the marketplace. And we're almost, I would say at times, the last to know. It can be quite tough, but it can be done, and I've done it. Let me share with what I'm talking about. In summary, you need to see market sentiment. One of my mentors years ago said, Dean, you need to focus on market sentiment, because when price action or price and market sentiment are aligned, moving together, you have a higher probable trade. If they're not moving together, then you're going to look for signs of a shift in expectations, a shift in the change in momentum, a shift in price action eventually. So what we're really looking at here is market sentiment. And years ago, when I started, when this mentor of mine was talking about there wasn't a tool out there. I was like, okay, I'll just go look for market sentiment. There's not specifically a tool for that. So there's no existing tool. Shift in expectations, a shift in the change in momentum, a shift in price action eventually. So what we're really looking at here is market sentiment. And years ago, when I started, when this mentor of mine was talking about there wasn't a tool out there. I was like, okay, I'll just go look for market sentiment. There's not specifically a tool for that. So there's no existing. The change in momentum, a shift in price action eventually. So what we're really looking at here, said, Dean, you need to focus on market sentiment. Because when price action or price and market sentiment are aligned, moving together, you have a higher probable trade. If they're not moving together, then you're going to look for signs of a shift in expectations, a shift in the change in momentum, a shift in price action eventually. So what we're really looking years ago said, Dean, you need to focus on market sentiment. Because when price action or price and market sentiment are aligned, moving together, you have a higher probable trade. If they're not moving together, then you're going to look for signs of a shift in expectations, a shift in the change in momentum, a shift in price action eventually. So what we're really looking at here is market sentiment. And years ago, when I started, when this mentor of mine was talking about there wasn't a tool out there. I was like, okay, I'll just go look for market sentiment. There's not specifically a tool for that. So there's no existing tool that could pull and consolidate all this information for me. So a good friend of mine said, Dean, if you can't find it, make it. Make it do what you want to do. Make it take all that information, price action, trend direction, strength and weakness of buyers and sellers, and